Hello, my name is Shirley Self, and I'm here to talk astrology. Tonight I wanted to talk about the guardian angel, otherwise known as the daemon. But first I wanted to review, briefly, the function of the Demogorgon. That's that guy there, old Chaos himself. Beginning each new cycle, we have a new sun, a new mandate, a new mission. This is an old soul with powerful instincts, survival instincts, but a new destiny. And at the start, our new sun, our new will to be, is handed a hot potato, the wrathful energy of the Demogorgon. And that will power the sun through this cycle. This energy is raw and ignorant, but it has its own particular affinities. It's the sun's job to discover the nature of these latent interests, tame them, turn them into personal power. And after the energy is educated on all four levels, it will be converted to wisdom. Wisdom is the accomplishment of the sun, and it's always available to the sun. All its wisdom that it has accumulated is available to the sun by means of the subconscious, the moon. The energy of the Demogorgon fuels us from below, but it is the daemons who push, pull, manipulate us from above, so to speak, above. The daemon is the guardian angel, that's true, but he's also the puppet master, the life arranger, the theater director of the scenes of your life. Some say it was the daemons who invented the Demogorgon just to get themselves something to do, I guess. Anyway, Apuleius. Apuleius was a 2nd century Roman, and he created the myth of Eros and Psyche, and he wrote The Golden Ass. I recommend The Golden Ass. It's humbling but encouraging. Anyway, Apuleius, A-P-U-L-E-I-U-S, said something interesting. He said that in our greater reality, there are two kinds of superhuman beings. That's the gods and the daemons. The gods are the forces of nature. They are the mind of the planet, and they live in the atmosphere. The daemons are the emotions of the planet. They live in the vault of the sky, otherwise known as the firmament. Because our minds are divided, we can't talk to the gods, nor can the gods talk to us. We talk to the gods, and they talk to us through the medium of the daemon. Now, communicating with our daemon is a subconscious of a function of our subconscious. You can question the daemon, and the answer is usually comes in images, symbols, dreams. The logical mind, our sun, has to learn the language of the subconscious if it wants to get ahead in life. You're in direct contact with the daemon in times of exaltation. Good sex, for instance. Enlightenment is attainment to consciousness of your daemon, and that consciousness, the daemon's consciousness, holds your past, your present, and your future. Now, our daemons kick us down the road to our future, our destiny, whether we want to go or not. Free will. Yeats said that the only free will enjoyed by humans is simply a choice of attitude, that it means how you choose to meet your fate. As I said before, the daemons are emotional beings. They are nourished by our finer emotions, particularly love. So, we have sexual desire to lead us into relationship, that we might produce love. That's the honeydew that keeps the daemons nourished. The strongest tool in the daemon's kit, other than pain, is desire. Desire has a very fundamental genesis. You know, that gap between the gods and man is shown on the Kabbalah. The Kabbalah is right there. And that's that gap. And it's called the Dath, D-A-A-T-H. It's also called the abyss. That gap is perceived by our souls. And it makes this feeling of emptiness, not complete. Something important is missing. This same feeling of emptiness causes the wrath of the Demogorgon. Anyway, what that means is all desire is spiritual desire. Your desired nature, Mars, Venus, is the result of your accumulated personal history. It is specialized. Your desire nature is uniquely your own. Your desire nature is key to all your actions, all your choices. Desire is what pulls us to our destiny. Desire builds character. It's unique. It's specialized. Okay, it's sexual desire leads us into relationship. In that trauma of relationship, in family, that's where you learn selflessness. That's where you learn to love. Love is not some mere sentiment, but it's a human creation that is the source of civilization, what little we have. And when you love, you're in direct communication with your daemon about sex. Alchemy talks about sex a lot. Let's look at the mandala. Here we have the cross of experience. The vertical axis, the up and down part there, is Saturn trine Jupiter. Jupiter, that's spiritual potential held within the limiting factors of Saturn, karma, the time in which you're born. That's also the telly, your spine. Now, horizontal bar is Mars trine Venus. The polarity of desire is what puts the spin in life. In the ecstasy of good sex, your whole being participates. The divided minds are united. You've achieved union with another being, and you are at one with your daemon. This is a holy union, eros gamos, good sex. It is the goal. Obviously, in differentials in power between the partners, if one partner is more powerful than the other, they have no chance of producing this high union. Good sex happens between equal. Any sexual union, creates a vortex of energy, and this vortex goes as high as the union can happen here. And that will be the height of the spiritual height of the kid that is born of that act. The daemons collaborate. There are no coincidences. I wanted to divert your attention to a minute to an interesting horoscope. This is an interesting horoscope. This is Jane Roberts. I don't know her birth time, but since she was a poet and a channel, I put her sun in the 12th house. And then because she was a published author of some 15 to 20 books, it made the Gemini rising appropriate. She channeled Seth. One of the books that I most enjoyed by her and Seth was called The Nature of Personal Reality. Anyway, she had the nodes in Scorpio Taurus. And at the very beginning of her channeling, she was reluctant, suspicious, but she came around. That north node is partile, exactly conjunct Jupiter. She was of the last moon phase. Notice that moon is about to conjunct the sun. And she was what's called God's fool. Her planetary pattern is a fan. Here is the handle. This is the high focus planet. Here's the planetary spread. Down to Neptune here. And Saturn is that high focus planet. And it is in a critical degree, virtually the 30th degree of Sagittarius. She died young. She was only 55 when she died. Channeling's really hard on the body. When she died, transiting Neptune was on that Saturn. And her moon was in Capricorn, ruled by the Saturn. You say, well, what's that got to do with the daemon? Well, Seth spoke of the daemon. I think he called the daemon the oversoul. And he indicated that the daemon has more than one human that it is managing. Anyway, thinking about that one day, in a peak, I said to my daemon, "You have more than me, don't you?" And my daemon replied on the spot, "Yes, Shirley, and they are all you." Okay, next time I thought I would talk about the 7th house. See you then. Bye-bye.